There are all sorts of clients that come here, and many of them are on that kind of brink of what's going to be next. How do we pay the bills? Do we choose to feed our children? Do we choose to put the heating on? And what are your priorities in life? What do you do with the little bit of money that you have got? That's really, really tough. There's probably a small percentage of our clients are coming out of homelessness and have, really hit rock bottom. There's plenty of others that have got a normal everyday job and something's happened, some crisis has happened, whether that's a relationship breakdown or a loss of job or some massive bills come in and suddenly you can't afford to carry on. Quite often we're that kind of emergency service that can bridge that gap for maybe 4 or more weeks of just, supplying the food. And so often they're everyday normal people that come in and have hit some kind of disastrous stage in their life, and if we can just help them through those few weeks, then we do. The choices they're having to make are just heartbreaking. For example, last winter we had a mum in that hadn't been able to put the heating on because she couldn't afford it and therefore hadn't had the hot water. We can help families out that are in crisis for 1 month and just top up their gas and electricity so they can pay their bill. And when she suddenly realised that we could clear the debt on the meter and let her start again, she just broke down in tears, because it's like she could have hot water again, she could actually heat up the food that we're giving her here in the food bank, because we didn't kind of realise that she couldn't even put the cooker on to cook the food that we were giving her. And just that kind of sense of relief when she suddenly realised like she could actually put hot food on the table for her kids again was amazing. It's hard to ask someone for help when you've hit rock bottom or when you're stuck. You kind of want to find your own solution to stuff. You want to, I guess, very basically, you want to put food on the table for your family, and having to get to that point where you go, I can't do that, I need to ask for help. And then going to ultimately a strange building, meeting strange people and relying on them for your weekly shop it's not a normal experience. It's scary, it's probably humiliating having to ask for that much help. It's plucking up that courage to ring the doorbell and ask for help. It takes a lot sometimes. Hopefully with the kind of the fuel aid allowance and with the weekly food shop that they can have here, we can bridge that gap and stop people becoming homeless. And that's our aim and our hope, that we can actually kind of be a block that stops more people becoming homeless in Brighton. But it doesn't always work. Sometimes the crisis is too big and the little bit of help that we can offer isn't enough. I think it's worth bearing in mind that you're probably only 3 paychecks away from being homeless yourself. That's worth remembering when you're bumping into people. Whatever has happened, however you see them right now, whatever state you see them in right now, remember the battles that they've been through, probably desperately fighting to not end up in that situation. And really just remember that could be you.